Admiral James Anderson stood on the bridge of the EDF Defiance, Earth's newest and most formidable warship. Through the viewport, he watched as the massive Vexari mothership loomed against the backdrop of stars, its metallic hull gleaming with an ominous purple hue. The ship was at least 10 times the size of the Defiance, a reminder of the technological gap between humanity and the galactic Vexari Empire. "Message incoming from the Vexari vessel, sir," Lieutenant Wilson reported, her voice steady despite the tension that permeated the bridge. "On screen," Anderson ordered. The holographic display flickered to life, revealing the imposing figure of Lord Commander Draz. His gray, leathery skin and 6 yellow eyes were the stuff of nightmares for those who had never seen an alien before. But humanity had grown accustomed to the Vexari appearance in the 8 months since first contact. "Human representative," Draz began, his translator converting the clicking sounds of his native tongue into English. "The patience of the Eternal Emperor grows thin. You have been granted sufficient time to consider our most generous offer." Anderson kept his expression neutral. "We've considered it carefully, Lord Commander." "Then you will submit? Earth will join the ranks of tribute worlds and provide the required resources and conscripts?" "No," Anderson replied simply. "Earth respectfully declines." The alien's upper eyes narrowed. "Perhaps I have not made our position clear. The Vexari Empire spans 3,000 worlds. Your planet is alone, isolated, primitive. To refuse tribute is to invite annihilation." "We understand the consequences of our decision," Anderson said. "But humans don't respond well to threats or demands. We've prepared our answer." He nodded to Wilson, who transmitted a data packet to the Vexari ship. Draz glanced sideways, presumably at one of his officers reviewing the transmission. His facial appendages twitched in what Anderson had learned was an expression of surprise. "This it is unexpected," the Lord Commander finally said. "You offer technological exchange instead of tribute? Manufacturing processes? Medical advancements?" "We believe in mutual benefit, not subjugation," Anderson replied. "We may be less advanced in space travel and weapons technology, but Earth has innovations the Empire might find valuable." "Defiance!" Draz suddenly roared, his translator struggling to convey the full force of his outrage. "No world refuses tribute. None. The Emperor will hear of this insult." The transmission cut off abruptly. Anderson turned to his executive officer, Commander Rivera. "And now we wait." "Do you think they'll attack?" Rivera asked quietly. "Almost certainly," Anderson replied. "But not right away. They'll gather a proper fleet first. They won't risk defeat, even a small one. It would damage their reputation." 3 days at most, then, Rivera calculated. Time to put Operation Hornet's Nest into motion. 3 days later, the Vexari returned with a fleet of 30 warships. They positioned themselves just beyond lunar orbit, a display of overwhelming force meant to cow the humans into submission. What they didn't know was that humanity had been preparing for this moment since the Vexari's initial demand for tribute 6 months earlier. Deep in the underground command center beneath Geneva, General Marcus Taylor watched as the global defense grid came online. Representatives from every major nation stood around the situation table, their faces illuminated by the holographic display showing the approaching Vexari fleet. "All defensive systems operational," reported Colonel Anna Lee. "Orbital platforms armed and ready." Taylor nodded grimly. "And the Hornet's Nest?" "Deployed and awaiting activation." Director Thomas of the Global Science Directorate stepped forward. "Remember, the Hornets are designed to target propulsion and weapon systems only. They want to disable, not destroy. Unless absolutely necessary," the Russian representative added coldly. Taylor acknowledged both with a nod. "Commence Operation Hornet's Nest." Aboard the Vexari command ship, Lord Commander Draz prepared to deliver the Empire's response to Earth's defiance. His tactical officer suddenly lurched forward. "Lord Commander, unknown objects approaching at high velocity from the planet's surface." "Weapons?" Draz demanded. "Uncertain. They're small, numerous, and they're changing course to intercept us." The Hornets, thousands of semi-autonomous microdrones developed from a fusion of Earth's best AI and nanotechnology, swarmed toward the Vexari fleet, Each drone was barely larger than an insect, but carried a payload specifically designed to infiltrate and disable Vexari systems. Draz watched in disbelief as the first wave of drones attached themselves to his ship's hulls, opened fire, destroy them. But the Vexari energy weapons, designed to engage large military targets, proved ineffective against the tiny, swift-moving hornets. Within minutes, ship after ship reported system failures. Impossible, Draz muttered as his own vessel's engines went offline. Primitives couldn't possibly. The communication officer interrupted his thoughts. Incoming transmission from Earth. Admiral Anderson's face appeared on the screen. Lord Commander, your fleet has been neutralized. Your ships retain life support and basic functions, but weapons and propulsion systems are offline. We could have destroyed your fleet entirely, but that's not our way. This treachery will not stand, Draz sputtered. The Empire will send more ships. Perhaps, Anderson agreed. But by the time they arrive, every ship in your current fleet will have been studied extensively by our engineers. And we learn quickly, Lord Commander. What do you want? Draz finally asked, defeat evident in his posture. A fair negotiation, equal terms. Earth won't be a tribute world, but we're open to becoming allies or trading partners. The choice is yours. 6 months later, Admiral Anderson stood in the Geneva Global Council chamber as the Earth-Vexari Treaty was ratified. The agreement established Earth as the first independent ally of the Vexari Empire, not a conquered world, not a tribute provider, but an equal partner. They underestimated us, Rivera commented as they watched the proceedings. A common mistake, Anderson replied. Throughout human history, empires have fallen because they believed superior force was all that mattered. And they forgot about human ingenuity, Rivera added with a smile. Anderson nodded. When faced with overwhelming odds, humans don't submit. We innovate. We adapt. We find another way. The Galactic Empire had demanded tribute. Earth had chosen to fight, not with brute force, but with the unique combination of ingenuity, determination, and moral principle that had always defined humanity at its best. And in doing so, they had changed the course of galactic history forever.